Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming to the call tonight. This is the QxStart Wednesday opportunity call, and we're fortunate enough to have the developer, visionary person that came up with the cryptos idea. Steve Carnes is on tonight, and we also have the CEO of QxStart, John Fromey, on tonight. So I'm gonna get started here, and now that we've got everybody going, and I want to go ahead and introduce Steve Carnes, because Steve is actually, like I said, the person that has started the cryptos, and he's probably the best person that can explain all the aspects and what it's all about. And so, Steve, can you hear me right now, buddy?
I can. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, and the floor is yours, sir.
Wonderful. I appreciate the opportunity. I developed Cryptos back in 2010 with the intent of having a product that everybody in the world could use at an affordable price. The world back then did have encrypted phones. They were specialized. It's not something that you could download an app and just use. And we're talking thousands of dollars for the phone and thousands of dollars for the service. And when the iPhone came out, I realized that these are basically mini computers, and there should be a way to have secure communications, because even back then, before Edward Snowden and all the revelations.
West Dania Beach Boulevard.
Hang on a second, let me see if I can get some of these other ones off here.
Very good.
All right.
Before all the revelations about security risks and all, I felt that it was something that was needed, and so I developed a product that could be sold at a month to be affordable for everybody. The encryption itself is actually quite strong. It's the same thing that the military uses. The NSA classifies it as being appropriate for government officials and anybody to discuss top secret information. It is 256-bit AES encryption. And just a fun fact regarding the encryption, somebody that does math much better than I, and it is out there on the internet, can be found if you Google how hard is it to break 256-bit AES encryption. They have calculated that based upon the combination of the key length, that if you took all of the computers in the world today, and ran them in parallel, meaning running them together, used all that computing power, it would actually take 6 times the length of our universe, the age of our universe, 6 times the length, to actually be able to run all the pairs to be able to break AES encryption. Cryptos is sanctioned by the Commerce Department to be exported outside the United States. There are 5 countries in which you cannot export or re-export this to, and that's Cuba, Iran, Sudan, and North Korea. And I'm going to guess that most people can probably guess why you can't ship to those countries. So, Robert, I appreciate the opportunity to discuss what our product does, and I'll hand it over to John, who would like to cover what the different risks are out there regarding your phone conversations and communications.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you guys for being on this call. Like Steve said, about 4 years ago, Cryptos was created, and I've been on board Cryptos almost since the beginning. But I just want to say this is a universal issue that affects our basic human rights. I mean, if you listen to Al Gore and then Rush Limbaugh agree on the same topic, I think it would cover pretty much a universal issue. And right now, the Congress last year passed a bill where every phone call is now recorded. Doesn't mean it's listened to, it just means that it is now recorded by federal agencies or and every other type of agency out there. What this means is that they can go back on your call logs and just listen in on anything that you say. It also means that there's a device out there called Stingray. What Stingray does is Stingray allows local police officers to listen in on phone calls that you're just having. So when people are out there, when a cop is just sitting outside of an apartment complex, they could be listening to a phone conversation that's not really theirs to listen to. So what we're doing is we're here to help protect people and also give people the right to know that that you can fight back. You can protect your rights. We can take our rights back together. So, Robert, do you want to explain exactly how?
Yeah, absolutely. Real quickly, I'm going to kind of jump forward here a little bit. One of the things that when we started putting this whole program together was that we realized that there was such a need, such a desire out there to have a program like this where it's so universally needed. We were just laughing the other day and we said, there's over 7 billion people, that's billion people in the world. And what's really kind of funny is that of those 7 billion people, we also have roughly right around 6 billion people that actually have, cell phones. And, if you want to look at one little interesting statistic on that, 4.8 billion people have indoor plumbing. So the funny thing about that is there's 1.2 billion people that have a cell phone that don't even have indoor plumbing. So if you're really looking for kind of the opportunity to get out there and make some tremendous money while doing something really positive out there, this is truly that opportunity right now. So QxStart was kind of born out of this idea, and QxStart has been now running for about 2 months. It's had some phenomenal success. There's been about 7 pay periods, I think, in that time. But when people join, they were either purchasing a 3-pack, a 6-pack, or 10-pack. But for the purpose of this, we're going to really kind of focus on the 10-pack, and that's a goal. That's where you get 10 Cryptos codes for basically $10 a piece, and you're getting 10 for 100. Now, it's really kind of interesting to understand. We'll get to this next screen here real quick. Is that you can actually you can work as part-time, full-time, but you can basically really make kind of whatever you want. And this whole program has been designed really on, and I can go through this whole thing, a multi-tier and everything else, what it all boils down to, but what it really amounts to is that the program right now, everybody really starts for free. But to really kind of explain this, we have 6 bonus levels in it. We start with a 2x3 matrix with these 6 bonus levels. And as you go through, if you look over there at A, it says you sponsor one person. You bring one person into it, you're actually able to earn a matrix bonus off of anybody off those 3 levels. Well, if you notice, it goes all the way down to 21. I'm going to kind of tell you a real quick secret here. As it starts filling out, that means there's a potential 4.1 million people that you can earn money off of. And I'm going to kind of talk how that works. If you're at a bronze rate, which is a $30 level, that means that kind of can go all the way down to 9 levels, but you're only earning $1 per person. If you're at a silver, it's 2, and if you're at a gold, that's 4. I'm going to focus on this right now for just a moment so that you'll kind of understand the power in this. Right now, on this call, we have people that have achieved over 20 people in their first 30 days. And I want you to understand that for a minute. If they've achieved over 20 people, that means that they can qualify all the way down, and as the matrix starts filling out, they can earn $4 per person that is gold in there, whether they brought them in or not. And that's really powerful. But because one of the people that's on the call right now that has already hit that level, they not only qualified to make it up to 5, but they qualified to make it up to 6. So now what that did is that changed the numbers around. It basically said, let's look across here like at 9. If the matrix had filled out, 8, the matrix had filled out to a point where they had about 8,000 people in there. Instead of, I'm sorry, and that was level 12. Instead of making about $32,000 in a given month, they would be up to $49,000. So now, not only have they been able to do that, but they've also been able to earn $50 instant money each week based on each person that was signing up. This is something that everybody on this call is very focused on, is very excited about. And what we're doing is, like I said, we're paying this out weekly, and then we pay out the matrix payments on a monthly amount. This is something, we can make this more complicated than it really is, but it's all about just inviting people in, showing them what you have, and then basically just collecting your money, because you'll get an email that says your money is now available for you, and you go to your PayPal and you just move it over to your bank account. That's what you want to do. So now, let me kind of tell you real quickly, because we talked about the 50 there, but let me talk about some of the groups that are coming in. We have a group that's over in Morocco. A lady that kind of runs that, her name is Hope Girl. And she was getting involved on this because she wanted to make sure that a lot of the projects that they use crowdfunding for and everything else, that they would be able to capture the dollars that they need to really kind of make the projects go and happen. Well, oddly enough, we didn't realize it at the time, but there's over a 500,000 people that read her blog on a daily basis. This is called the Fix the World blog that she has, and I believe it's fixtheworld.org. Steve, can you help me on that? What's the
I believe that is it, yes.
Yeah, Fix the World. Okay. So they're actually doing this, and they're starting to grow. But what does that do for you? Remember, we were talking about this being a forced matrix. So as other people start coming in and start filling up the blanks there, these are people that are falling underneath you that you've never met, you've never talked to, but if you have hit the different levels by the level of sponsorship that you need to, people you need to bring in, you're now earning money off of every one of those people that fall within your matrix. So this is what's really, really very exciting. Let me see who we've got on here right now, because there's one gentleman that's really been kind of killing this, and I want to see if he's on here right now. And yes, he is. Let me introduce him right now. Dane, can you hear me, buddy?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Dane, would you take a few moments and kind of share with some of the people how you have been getting so many people in so fast and so quick?
Oh, absolutely. Well, there's probably a few people on the call right now that are part of my team that have done it or are about to start doing it, but it's the texting campaign. And I've always been kind of an out-of-the-box thinker, and I'm very creative the way I think. And I knew sending people emails would be a waste, because you could send 1 million emails and not get one reply because they all go to spam and trash. Postcards are way too expensive to do. Flyers, they don't seem to work. But yet everyone, in fact, ironically, we're talking about cell phone security. Everyone looks at their cell phones. They look at their text messages. So when they get a text message, they're going to immediately look at their phone. I mean, most phones give you an alert whenever you get a new text message. So they're going to immediately look, and your message is going to be out there immediately to that person. Now, they can do one of two things. They can ignore it, or they'll reply to it. And what we're seeing is, on the average, just to kind of give everyone a ballpark figure, this past Monday I did a text campaign, and it went out to about 620 cell phone numbers. Now, I say 620. I originally texted about 970. But keep in mind, some of these numbers might be home phone numbers. They might be some disconnected by now. So about 620 of these actually were delivered to cell phones. Out of those 620, I had 44 people reply back that they were extremely interested and wanted more information. Of those 44, I had 4 people sign up, 2 of which signed up without even calling me after I sent them the email. 2 signed up after I talked to them a day later, and I got 2 coming in on Friday. Now, that still leaves, I still have over 34 hot leads that I'm going to do another follow-up with that are still interested in the program. So this texting campaign works, and it works like a champ. Anyone that requests information, request it from me. I will send you. I've got it all laid out step by step by step. And if you follow it step by step, you will be successful.
You know, and I know it's working, Dane, because oddly enough, we got a voice message at the corporate number, and they were wanting to get back with Dane, and I was laughing. I was like going, okay, here's a person that's gotten in, followed everything he did, and I don't think they ever spoke to you. They just went off the program that you were doing, had signed up, and they were leaving a message that, okay, now what do you need me to do?
Right.
And
right.
I just thought that was great.
Just like you were telling me the other day. I mean, someone signed up 2 or 3 spots right underneath me, and they never called me or anything. They just signed right up.
Right.
So they're seeing the power behind getting in early and getting in at the top of the matrix. And like I mentioned in the last call we had a couple weeks ago, just about every MLM that anyone has been in, you've always heard the same saying, oh, it's only the people up at the top that make all the money. Us people down here, way down below, us little people, we never make any money, and we just fall away, and we leave a program. Whether that's true or not, guess what? We're those people right now. We're the top. We're at the top right now. So we're going to make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Well, Dane, I want to thank you very much for coming on right now. Steve, we talked about trying to get the information out to the people and keep this as short as sweet as possible so we don't bore them to tears. Did you or John have anything else you'd like to add to this right now?
I do, Robert, and I was going to ask if you could go back to the compensation model or the comp plan.
Okay.
One thing I'd like you to discuss, actually, we went over the matrix pay. Let's go over the weekly pay.
Oh, gosh, yes. I don't know if we have something on here, but let me talk about it real quick. In fact, the weekly pay is what's really exciting. The weekly pay goes from Monday to Sunday, and anything that you earn during that time is paid the next week, meaning that by Friday. And we have been paying that actually early, Tuesday or Wednesday, so actually 2 to 3 days after the period's closed. Now, how does that weekly pay get paid on this? Well, let me explain. When you sign someone
Robert,
up,
I think you need to mute somebody.
Sure, let me see if I can get it muted here real quick. Apologize. I'm going to go ahead and...
And while you're doing that, I'll mention that the weekly pay is based upon personal sign-ups, where the matrix pay, of course, flows down through your downline, and you earn off that for the matrix pay. But the weekly pay is based upon who you sign up personally. So if you've signed up one person, 2 people, 3 people, 20 people, whoever you sign up on a given week, like this week, you'll be paid for next week. And Robert, I'll let you take it back over.
That's absolutely correct. But actually, there's one other layer. Steve, let's assume that I've brought you into the program, and I brought 10 other people in, and I earned my weekly pay off of you and those other 10 people. But you guys turn right around and you start bringing people in. Do you realize that I also earn money off your first level in the weekly pay? And so quite simply, the way this is set up right now is that you actually earn $10 on anybody that you bring in immediately that buys a gold bag. But we have done a promotion that's going all the way through January 31st. So we're adding, excuse me, we're adding $40 to that, making it for a total of $50. So this is what's really had a lot of people excited, because they can go out there and bring 10 new people in a given week, and they're going to get an instant $500 the very next week. Now, what does that do? If they can encourage those 10 people to go out and do various things, that's going to start adding to your matrix dollars. And as they start bringing in, now it's not like the 50, you're going to make $5 on each one. But if each one of those 10 did 10, and you're getting $5 off each of that on a weekly, that starts getting really exciting. And if you tie into a program like what Dana's doing, this is really a no-brainer. You're just running a program. You're putting information out there. You can get with Dane or get with us. We've got all kinds of data that we'll hand you. You don't have to pay for it, that you can put into the program, load it up, and let it go. Because we do have some pretty massive databases of people that have been involved in the program. But we can't, as a company, go out there and just recruit people. This is something that you're going to have to do. This is something that we're going to help you with. And we really can't even sell you the data. There's a requirement out there that we can't even sit there and sell leads. So we're going to help you grow and do this. And that weekly money is what's really supporting people as they build up the matrix. Was that pretty much what you were asking, Steve?
Yes, it is. And I'd like to say that, Kryptos is the product. All the product is purchased directly from Kryptos, the company. Kryptos is paying QxStart a marketing fee, and in turn, that QxStart is paying all the distributors a commission based upon the sales that they generate. And because I'm pushing out the compensation over to QxStart fast, I believe, Robert, if I'm not mistaken, you've actually made payments early, haven't you?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, because you're pushing it right out as soon as we balance everything. We're a little different than most companies. We're actually balancing everything and settling every week, and we're doing this for a very unique reason, because we want to be very transparent to everybody. I think that's something that companies before us have really not done. So with the assistance of the people that you've introduced us to, Steve, and everything else, we're going to actually be reporting all this. on a public site, and then people will actually be able to see exactly what QxStart's doing, where the revenues have come in, the payouts have been made. We're just very transparent. And I don't think there's been any other company that's done that, but it's going to give them that feeling of comfort to realize that everything is being operated in a very transparent way like that. So they're going to feel very confident in getting out there and putting their full force and effort behind it and recommending it to their friends, their business associates, people that they've had prior dealings with, because they can say with confidence that, hey, look, we've got a program that is behind a product that is very needed today. It is a program that is paying very well, and I have complete confidence in it because they are being so transparent in what they're doing. So yeah, that's really kind of the key thing right now. And Steve, go ahead.
The only other thing I would add is regarding the product itself. I want people to have confidence that it is a good product. We've been out since 2010. We currently do have users around the world. The reason that we have partnered up with QxStart is while we do have users around the world, we're very narrow in depth within a lot of different markets, including the U.S., even though we're based here in the U.S., because a lot of people aren't aware of our product. They're not aware of the risks that are out there, and that's why we need the team of marketing professionals that QxStart can bring for us to increase our sales, increase the people that are using QxStart. And we just really, really appreciate the relationship that we have with everybody.
No, we too. And listen, and everybody that's on the call right now, we also have another site called QxStart Help. And at QxStart Help, we have videos there. We have stories that we're posting on there almost on a daily basis that are really kind of supporting what we're talking about here with, we laugh every day, and this is a true story. We laugh every day, and we said our best marketing partner is the U.S. government, because it just seems like we can't go one day without hearing about some type of story where our privacies are really kind of under attack. In fact, John, I know you monitor these things very closely. Do you have a, for instance, you'd like to talk about here?
Oh, I monitor these things on a daily basis. I'm always online. I'm always in chat forums. I'm always trying to find the next, what's hot right now, what really is happening right now. And like you said, every day there's something else coming out there. So it really is. It's what's next. I mean, I'm in Las Vegas right now at the CES convention, and you're seeing technology that's out there, and everything just seems to be invading more and more privacy. And who's there to protect it? And that's why we're here. We're here to help protect our privacy and protect our rights that we have.
And a case in point is the FBI. It was just earlier this week. They decreed, I guess because they feel they can do so, they decreed that they can use the Stingray device to gather all information, and because they are doing so in a public area, in other words, setting, thank you, that they can capture all data. Well, the fact is, they can capture the data. Everything is electronic. They can capture the electronic signals that come out of your home, out of yourself. You could be sitting in your house, and that Stingray device will capture it, even though they may be sitting on a street corner, because they consider, well, we're in a public area. We're just capturing all the data.
Well, it gets even worse. It gets even worse with Dirtbox now, with Dirtbox and the planes that fly over. They can fly a plane right over a neighborhood and collect all the data that's coming out of that neighborhood. They can fly a plane over a city, a small town, and collect data.
You're absolutely right, John. In fact, what I did is I just put up the screen because I realized we went so fast we didn't even cover it. But I've got a screenshot of the QxStart Help site, and that story you were talking about is probably about second from the bottom on the screen, which is how the government is spying on everyone with planes flying overhead. And
right.
It's just so prevalent out there. It's crazy.
And Robert, I don't know if it's possible. I know that we have a lot of people on this call tonight.
Right.
Without just unmuting everybody, which we know we can't do because of all the feedback that would occur between the mics and the speakers and stuff. I don't know. Is there a means in which we are able to know if somebody would like to ask a question?
Yeah. If somebody wanted to hit that chat window, if they had a quick question, I can probably unmute you real fast, and you can ask Steve, John, or myself, and we'll try to answer for you real quick. If you
While we're waiting for that, I'll mention a couple other things, and I don't want people to think that we're extremists or that we are, paranoid by any means. We're just going off of news stories, and there was a news story that the Pentagon is going to launch two balloons up in the air above Washington, D.C. At 10,000 feet, and they will have a 360-degree visual of anything out to 300 miles. They said that they will actually be able to peer into North Carolina and actually be able to target individual targets on the ground with the, I guess, telescopes or whatever they have. And they're not disclosing what other electronic devices they have up in that. So that's pretty interesting.
Well, they've actually launched that, Steve. I was following that story.
Have they already launched it?
They have
Wow.
launched it. They have launched it. And that's what's really key. On the screen that we have right now where it says Congress passes a bill to grant unlimited access to communication, everybody should read that because they're talking about storing all this information for about 5 years. And when they comb through it, if they can find something they feel rises to the level of breaking some law or whatever, they intend on selectively prosecuting people based on what they have gathered through warrantless activity. And it's kind of like just casting your net out there. So that's a really interesting story that's out there right now. And I think once people start understanding it, they're going to be a little more cautious about what they say on the phones just for that reason.
Well, I know I'm the founder of the technology, but I have to say that if we keep the focus off the product for a second, the opportunity that QxStart provides to individuals to make money, whether it's on a part-time or full-time basis, is just incredible.
Right. We had a person that wanted to say something. I believe it's Gonzalez here or something. I'm trying to read the stuff. I believe we've got you live right now. You just it said, can you talk about the lead generation system? Are you on there right now? I've got you unmuted if you can hear us.
Hello, guys. Yes, this is Gonzalo.
How you doing? I'm gonna unmute Dane so he can kind of answer that question too for you because Dane's the one that's kind of heading that up right now.
Okay, thank you very much.
So what's your question?
Okay, what's your question?
Oh, okay. I'm actually, how is I received the email and it says there that you guys team it up with a lead generation company, and you're able to provide leads to help us with that. And I want to know more about that, and if you can help us with that.
Sure, absolutely. Did you get that email? Who was that email from? Was it from me?
From Rob? Yeah.
Oh, from Rob. Gotcha. Okay. So basically, I know that we were talking about Robert and I and everyone were talking about bringing on a lead generation company. That still may happen. There will be a fee involved. We're not sure what kind of fees they're going to charge, but they'll actually, in essence, if we decide to bring them on, they'll in essence be help you build your team and get your 6 personally sponsored or however many people you want on your team. But again, what has been so successful for us, we really didn't even have the need for that particular company right now because of this texting campaign that's working so great. And for some of these people on the call, for the last month, we were using a texting company that was charging us 5 cents a text. Now today we were able to lower that to 1.75 cents per text. So it's almost 3 times less expensive now. It might not sound like a big deal, but when you're sending out 1,000, 2,000 texts every single day, it adds up over time. So we have a lead generation system. If you need leads, you come to me about it. I'll send you as many leads as you want. I typically don't like to send more than about 1,000 at a time because I don't want them to go to waste. But you can get with me, get with Rob. Rob would get with me. I'll send Rob the leads. He'll forward them down to you because that's kind of the chain of command. And then anything that Rob can't help you with or support you or might not know the answer, you can come to me directly with. But I tell everyone on my team, please use this texting campaign. It works so simple and so easy.
Well, I thought I thought it was the same thing. So there's two different things: the lead thing, and then the texting.
Well, to my understanding, and Robert could probably answer this, I don't think we have reached out yet or fully brought on that other company that we were talking about, possibly bringing on to help the reps build their teams, because I think this texting campaign is working so successful. Is that kind of correct there, Robert?
That's absolutely correct. Right now we're seeing what Dane has been doing, and he's been kind enough to share to a lot of people. If they just ask, he's provided everything to them for free, really, and we're just seeing a tremendous success on that. And of course, like I said, we've got a lot of data that we just started handing out, and so Dane's been kind of helping manage some of that. And so he goes through and gets it filtered, and it'll send you out about 1,000 records at a time. Now these have emails and phone numbers and addresses and everything else. And we kind of looked at a lot of different avenues how to reach out and contact these people, but Dane really found out that emailing it has limited success. A lot of times it goes to the junk mail and everything else, but that texting program, that's that phone that's right there in your hand. It goes off and you take a look at it and you at least kind of read it, and that's where he's really getting his response from. So I
actually answered to your text today, so it's pretty good.
Yeah. So you see the power of it, and most of the people that have come on board, they've been a product of that texting campaign, and it works so easy, so seamlessly, and so just get with Rob if you're interested in doing it, which by all means I would say it's there for you. We're not going to charge you anything for it. Like other MLM companies, they get you in at a low price, and then everything's a la carte. Oh, you want to build your team? It's going to be this. Oh, you need leads? It's going to be this. Oh, you want a coach to help you? That's going to be $10 a month. None of that is happening with QxStart. We want everyone to succeed, because if you succeed, we all succeed. So make sure you get with Rob. If Rob has not yet sent you that texting campaign that I've got laid out step by step by step, ask him for it, because he has it. And then he'll get with me on leads. I'll get him the leads, and he'll pass them down to you.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get Dave Soros on here right now. Dave is got a name for his team right now, which is very appropriate. The 212 degree, and I like that video that you kind of put out there, Dave. Dave, do you have something you want to share with everybody?
Yeah, Robert, I appreciate you having me on the call. We're pretty excited about what we're seeing here. In our previous company, we had over 200,000 people literally in our downline on the last company. And, of course, with that kind of numbers, it was exciting. But I have to tell you, this is probably more exciting than anything I have been involved with in a long time. It is a product that is absolutely perfect timing, not only for here in the U.S., but literally across the world. And our team is starting to grow extremely rapidly. And it really is based on what do you decide you want to be. Because at 211 degrees, water just stands there. At 212 degrees, water boils. When water boils, it produces steam. And steam can power a locomotive. So it's really, I put this challenge out to everybody, whether they're on our team or not. Are you willing to be 1 degree hotter than everybody else? Because that's what will power your locomotive and take this thing to the next level. And we've only been involved a short time, and our team is growing extremely rapidly. And you're literally going to see us on the map. You're going to see us making some things happen in QxStart and Scriptot, because we're excited, because this is a product for this time. And I am really excited about QxStart and the mindset of the leadership for QxStart when they finally are the company out there that realizes it's the people in the field that put the money in their pocket. So take care of the people in the field, and the people in the field will take care of you. And that's the mindset that we're operating with under QxStart, and that's exciting to me.
Well, hey, Dave, I want to thank you, because I know you're a person that has been courted by a lot of companies to come over there and help build them, and we just feel very fortunate to have you here, and and we're real excited. And we know that the teams that you work with just do great things. So we're real excited to have you here. But Steve, John, do you have anything else to add before we go ahead and wrap this up tonight?
No, I don't. I really appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate everybody that's been on the call, and thank you very much.
Okay, and guys,
Yeah, no, I have nothing else. Thank you.
okay, we've got this recorded, so we're going to be posting it up by tomorrow. So if you had any team members that might have missed it or whatever, we're going to have it all done, and it'll be up there on the QxStartHelp.com where they can go there and see it. So again, everybody, I want to thank you very much for coming on, and we'll